Welcome to my humble store. Hello again, my sartorial friend. What is on your mind?
I'm looking for Kabash, and I heard you were one of the last people to see him.
I knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous. Please, let us leave the live coals safely beneath the ash.
You can trust me. We foreigners have to stick together, remember?
Very well, but the magistrate would not look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself. For several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the temple of Demeter. Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that we may have a bountiful harvest, and yet the next day when I return, the food is missing.
Is that a problem?
The offering, it is symbolic, you see. It is never eaten, so I ask, who or what is devouring the food in this temple? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw?
Animals?
Nothing. Nobody entered. And yet when I went to take a look, my offering was gone. It is bizarre, is it not? When I told my friend Kabash of this at the tavern, he offered to help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, he was never seen again.
I'll go... Which one's the Temple of Demeter?
It is the only Greek temple in the city. Head towards the back,
yeah.
And it is the last building on your right.
Okay. Alright, I'm off.
I do not think you should pursue this, my friend. It would break my heart to be responsible for 2 people disappearing.
It's okay, I know the guy down there.
You do not strike me as a kind of person to be deterred by such warnings, so just be careful, I beg you.
I will do that. Maybe that's where I saw the Greek plaque down there with the guy whose name I don't know. Can I ask Sentius for the key to the upper cistern? Will he give it to me?
Citizen, we're finally alone.
We've had this conversation.
I must... Is that about...
Couldn't stop it from being broken.
Now,
May I have the key to the upper cistern?
I think it's best if I hang on to it.
Why?
You mean to ask, why am I unwilling to trust a newly arrived non-citizen with access to our water supply, the lifeblood of this city? I'm sorry, but that is simply out of the question.
You're trusting me with the livelihood of the town. I'm responsible for making sure you don't repeat the golden rule. How is that not the same thing? I think you're hiding something.
Yes, our water supply. From you. I wasn't born yesterday.
Excuse me?
Poisoning a city's water supply is the oldest trick in the Codex. Quite literally. Aeneas the Tactician wrote a siege
Excuse me?
for military commanders some...
I don't care.
I'm beginning to wonder if the culprit we're looking for might, after all this, be you.
What?
Perhaps it was a mistake on my part to place so much trust in you.
What? I'm getting to that cistern with or without your help. Why are you acting so strange?
I doubt that very much, since I'll be keeping the key around my neck at all times from now on. But in any case, was there something else?
No, dude. What the hell's your problem?
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Why would I ever talk to you again? What? You were literally put the fate of the city in my hands, and you're like, no, I'm not going to give you access to our water supply because you'll poison it. What? Excuse me? You were definitely hot. Can I go ask his daughter? Will she get it for me? I'm gonna go talk to your daughter.
Hope you have a good reason.
Yeah, screw you, dude.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
Oh, I wish Horatius would stop.
I want to talk about your sister.
Oh,
Shusine Ulpius.
oh, really? That commoner in debt bondage next door thought he could win over a magistrate's daughter. That's awfully bold of him. I can see why she worked so hard to keep it a secret. Quick, go and find him and ask him what he knows.
I've spoken to him. He's beside himself, and I don't think he's responsible.
Oh, I see. Well, it was worth a try, I suppose. Just promise me you won't give up on her.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hold on. Turn back around, please.
Oh, look, you're back. How lucky for me.
I'm trying to help
What
you.
is it now? Oh, you...
Alright, let's try what we've already done.
What? Really? I swear, I searched her room top... You should...
Oh, I don't have the pendant anymore. I guess I have to... What? That's weird. I don't have her pendant anymore. I should have it. I didn't die. I don't have her pendant. Lunar pendant. Yeah, I still have it. I just couldn't ask her about it again. Okay. I was like, maybe if I ask her it and tell her that I think someone abducted her and put it down there, maybe she'd get me the key, but... Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, this guy's eating your food, if I can crouch. And I know that it's Pluto, I know we're in the underworld. Is the Egyptian plaque down here somewhere?
Ah, a visitor. Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
Can you tell me yours?
It is best you do not know my name, for merely to speak of my existence in the city above could bring destruction on you all.
Interesting.
Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I'm looking for a plaque that was removed from the obelisk.
Ah, yes, that cursed thing. I know exactly where it is.
Where is it?
I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die
Is a philosophical argument. I know it's Pluto.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
I guess I have to.
Wonderful. Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
I'm complex, or at least it seems to be.
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the golden rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult. Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Except that's not... It's not... Yeah, whose version of right or wrong are we talking about? Because people do wrong stuff down here.
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
I don't think so.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I don't know.
After hundreds of years, and as many great thinkers dedicating their lives to these questions, what hope do we have if our best and brightest haven't been able to answer them?
What's your point?
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
What about do not kill?
Surely you would agree there are circumstances where an exception may be made, such as where it is necessary for self-defense or to prevent a greater evil? For any rule, you can imagine there are countless situations in which that rule may be suspended, and those situations are impossible to codify. If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them.
There you go.
And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
I'm not sure. I mean, I follow your reasoning, but I'm just not sure I agree with it.
Well, reasonable minds may differ, and if utopia really is possible, then I would be glad to be wrong. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
Just fill a city of virtuous people who don't need the threat of force to do the right thing. That would be close to utopia. What is your story?
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'm here.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunk mercenary. It became heated. He drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
So, the Golden Rule doesn't reach you down here? Is that what you're saying? You mean Pluto, right?
They are one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
Why can't you return to the surface?
My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
So I should come down here after breaking the Golden Rule? Why can't you tell me your name?
I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Where's everyone else?
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I had not seen another person in many, many years.
How have you survived down here?
Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
Let's talk about something else.
As you wish.
Do you know of a way out of here?
Huh. If I did, would I be living like this?
Fair enough. What do you think about the golden rule?
Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me. Ha!
I wanted to know what you thought about it ultimately. Do you know where I can find the plaque?
You seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription.
Mm-hmm.
It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you if Kabash had not already taken it.
Okay, where's Kabash?
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
I'm with you.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
How'd it get here?
We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
What's in there?
There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
Thank you. I'll be going now.
I enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
Not a problem. Alright, the game's saved. I want to go... If I go up and I commit a sin and then run down here, am I safe? And he said keep it a secret, so can I tell people that he exists down here?
Hey, my friend. Have you discovered anything about my vanishing offerings?
I have, but just telling you about it might break the golden rule.
Truly, my imagination runs wild. But if what you say is true, I will have to satisfy myself with being dissatisfied. Should I stop my offerings though? Is there any danger?
No, you can keep leaving them, it's fine.
Very well. I will trust your judgment, my friend. Now, was there something you wanted?
Nope. I'll be going now.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Alright. Gonna do a bad thing. It's fine.
Salve.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I want to know what happens. Should be fine, right? Should be totally safe down here. If he's safe, I should be safe.
Those poor souls.
Yep. Can I live down here with you? Where'd you go? Where did you go? I heard your voice. Oh, where's he going? What? I saw him very briefly. Yeah, what? Where's he going? What are you doing? He is terrified. I should try talking to him again later. You can't leave. Where are you trying to go? Can I help you? Get to where you're trying to go? Huh. Why would you be scared? Your foot is doing weird things. Wish I could.
Whichever god is responsible for this, stop this madness, I beg you.
You know which god is responsible for this. Okay, that's weird. I'll just load the game. Hello? I don't want to hurt anybody. Just want to chat. There's the rivers, as they say. Hello? This is the other tunnel. I'm looking for someone named Kabash? Are you living here? This is the rest of the cistern. That must lead somewhere. Seems to be locked from the other side. He doesn't want me in there. Kabash? Egyptian pillar. What's it doing here? Kabash. Hello? I don't like that sound. I didn't think you'd... Oh, they're mummies. What the frick? Oh. Hello? Oh, shit. Turn the freaking water green gold. Come on. I'm dead. I'm dead. Frick. What the shit? What the frick? Where'd you come from? Why is this not turning gold? When I shoot it, it doesn't turn gold. It's supposed to turn gold. The algae is supposed to turn gold. It doesn't do it. Well, this is fun. Anyone else want to come out? Anyone? I know there's more of you. You kind of look good already, which is confusing. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like these noises or anything. Are you real? Who else is real? What the frick? I don't know where you came from. Seem to bounce. There we go. Tell me that's all of you. Nope. Are we done? Can we be done? The algae will not turn gold, no matter what I do. Is this the plaque I need? The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Oh, okay, but it's not the plaque I need. I think I saw something along those lines. That's weird. Egyptian board game? Ancient game called Senate. Looks like he was running from something. Why can't I turn you gold? Oh dear. That was dangerous. I didn't like that. Huh. Was there anything down there? Probably not. Probably fine. Any more mummies? Don't you come to life at me. Don't you come to life at me. Is this the plaque I need? The many shall suffer. What's the one I need? Hey, are you the one I'm looking for? Hi.
Stop. Do not come any closer. Who are you?
I'm Kathleen. Who are you?
I am Kabash. And let me guess. Another Greek or Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors,
No, I'm looking for an Egyptian plaque. Do I look Greek or Roman to you?
Trousers, boots, curious hair. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want?
I'm looking for a plaque.
To what end?
I want to return it to the obelisk.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it and restore the honor of Osiris.
Osiris, the Lord of Silence. Thank you.
Now, as for the other plaque.
The mystery one? You know about it?
Indeed, I have it right here.
At the pit at your foot?
I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was.
Can I have it?
You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it.
I need it. Why?
Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
What does it say?
I will tell you, but first, do you know what this place is?
Oh, archaeologist insight, the Duat.
Indeed, and I see you know our history. This is the Duat.
The Egyptian underworld.
See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story, and here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers, but instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it, removing his name and replacing it with Hades. Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron. As if that desecration was not enough, they built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld, so that ours was forgotten. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began anew.
So, what's the problem with this plaque? I see why you'd be unhappy with the situation.
I am glad to hear it, which brings me to this other, fourth plaque. It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before us, and that my people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this I cannot accept. I sense a deception.
Of course.
Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
What does the inscription say?
You will never know. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name.
No. Please don't. I need it.
You are too late.
No!
It is done.
I wish you hadn't done that. Now I'm gonna have to go in after it.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
I'll find a way back up. I have some questions for you first.
If it will help you to see reason, then ask.
What's your story?
I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help. I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs. I awoke on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kirti, and at the time, I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kirti, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead.
Do you know a way out of here?
This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered, it falls to me.
Okay. What do you think about the golden rule?
I think if someone is to break the golden rule, it will not be me. For I try to live as I always have by the command of the goddess Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. As for the punishment that will come from it, I finally understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods.
What do you think's down there?
I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness. Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls. All I know is it would be unwise to venture down there.
No, well, I'm gonna go down there anyway.
Most unwise.
Alright, I'll be going now, bye.
Good. Be gone from this place. Wait. You are planning to go down there. I see it in your eyes.
Yep.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
I'll find a way.
We shall see.
Bye! Thanks for watching till the end of the video. Consider giving a like or leaving a comment. The YouTube algorithm favors engagement, so doing one or both of those things really helps the channel. There's social media links in the description and a link to my tip jar if you're interested in helping out that way. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the next one.